The meteor swarm was hurtling straight toward the spaceship, yet the light jump engine was still cooling down. Only 30 seconds were left for Gary. He had to get back to the transition pod and put on his helmet at once. Otherwise, if he got hit directly by a meteor, there would be no chance of survival. On the way, Kevin seemed to want to say something to him, but time was running out. Gary shoved it away, and even kicked it for good measure. Then he sprinted toward the transition pod with all his might. At the very last second, he put on his helmet. At the same time, he was slammed hard by a meteor, and his whole body was hurled into outer space. He had narrowly escaped with his life. But Hugh was quick to deliver more bad news. Due to the moon's gravitational pull, the meteor swarm would strike again in 39 seconds, heading straight for Gary's location. With time running out, Hugh calculated an escape plan for Gary. A mere 33% success rate? But it was worth a shot. He could use his oxygen tank for an emergency jet boost. If he could get into lunar orbit, he might be able to use the slingshot effect to get back to the spaceship. However, this plan came with a catch. He had to abandon Mooncake. Gary trusted Hugh's calculations, but he would never give up on Mooncake. He was unwilling to abandon any life. No matter how slim the hope was, he still had to give it a try. He had to take Mooncake with him when he left. Gary activated his oxygen tank and jetted forward with all his strength, managing to enter lunar orbit successfully. But just as he was about to get close to the spaceship, his oxygen supply ran out as expected. Suffocating from lack of oxygen, Gary gradually slipped into unconsciousness, his life hanging by a thread. In his daze, he recalled the day his father left him. Different times, yet it felt like the very same place. Perhaps the only way they would ever meet again was among this boundless expanse of space. In his despair, his hands slowly loosened their grip. At that moment, Mooncake, who was nestled in his arms, suddenly twisted its face into a ferocious snarl, and darted violently toward a pair of small celestial bodies. Mooncake succeeded in saving Gary. There was a new life form on board the spaceship. No, it seemed there was more than one. Gary was about to go check it out, but as soon as he opened the door, a gun was pressed against his forehead. Faced with this sudden threat, Gary only wanted to ask the stranger one question.
Do you play cards?